Cassey here. Happy April. I hope you already downloaded the Pilates calendar and also your new 30-day arm challenge. So before we get started on today's video, which I really want to talk to you about, can we talk about how excited I am to see you guys next week on tour? So if you haven't already, go ahead and click right here and get your free tickets for the Hot Body Tour. I cannot wait to see you, hug you, and sign your books. I hope you got your copy already. In fact, so many pop stars have gotten their books that we basically sold out of these tote bags, which is nuts. But I ended up ordering more because you guys are so crazy. Y'all wanted the book. At first, my publisher was like, oh, it's okay, Cassey. You can just tell them, you know, limited edition, whatever. And I was like, no. If I say that I'm gonna give you a bag when you pre-order the book, I will give you a bag. So sticking to my word. And so there are tons more for you guys, so please order before April 6th and I will send you a tote bag. Yay, and I'm using mine every single day to go everywhere. Before some of my meet and greets next week, I'm holding an exclusive VIP, which stands for a very important pop star event, where it will be an exclusive Pop Pilates class, and you will also get a free gift. So if you want to attend the VIP class, all you have to do is use your city's hashtag, one of these right here, and let me know why you deserve a VIP ticket. All right, so I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but I have been reading tons of headlines from like ABC, Times, all sorts of resources saying that there's a new way to cook rice that can slash its calories in half when you cook with coconut oil. I was like, what? So apparently a researcher by the name of Sudhir Jain from the College of Chemical Sciences in Sri Lanka actually has been toying with a way to cook rice that can potentially cut its calories by 50%. So how do you do it? Basically, you cook rice as you normally would. So for me, that's 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. Boil the water, then take 3% of the weight of the rice in coconut oil, pour that in the water, and then basically boil the rice. Then you chill it in the fridge for 12 hours, take it out the next day, microwave it, bam, your rice is 50% less in calories. So how does that work? So before we go into the chemical reactions, let's first understand that in high carbohydrate foods like rice, bread, pasta, peas, corn, you have 2 types of starches. You have the digestible starches, which take very little time to digest, and then you have the resistant starches, which take a lot longer to process in your body. So digestible starches are quickly turned into glucose, which is then turned into glycogen, which is your body's energy pool. And if you do not spend that amount of energy that you have sitting around, then that turns into weight gain. Resistant starches, on the other hand, are different because they are not turned into glucose and glycogen. Because your body is not able to break them down and digest them, then they actually pass through your digestive tract without adding the full amount of calories into your diet. So what the research found here was that you can actually change the composition of your food and what kind of starch is in your food just by the way that you prepare it. When the oil and the rice are boiled together, the oil and rice interact and changes the architecture of the rice. Then when you chill the rice, it actually helps foster the conversion of the starches from your digestible to your resistant starch. The great thing is that after you chill it, you can reheat it in the microwave or on the stove, and it doesn't change the levels of resistant starch. So for those of you out there who eat fried rice or pilaf, your rice actually has a higher percentage of resistant starch than regular old steamed rice. But this doesn't mean that you should eat more fried rice, because the fried rice comes with oil and sodium and all sorts of other stuff that is going to add excessive calories into your diet. So at the end of the article, what I read was that James and his colleagues tested this experiment on 38 types of rice, the least healthful kind. So in their actual experiment in the lab, they were able to decrease the calories of the rice by 10 to 12%, but they said that they could possibly and potentially decrease the rice calories of more healthy rices by 50 to 60%. So this is amazing and great and everything, and I love science. However, I felt like the journalism and the PR behind this whole experiment was just like blown way out of proportion. All the headlines were sensationalized. When you actually read through the articles, nobody actually says anything about, well, hold on, what happens to the coconut oil that was added in? Like, where did those calories go? And it turns out that a lot of people were questioning the article. Now, I don't question that they increased the levels of resistant starch in the rice, but we must also keep in mind that this was done in vitro in a lab. So even though they were able to increase the levels of resistant starch, how that rice actually interacts with my body and your body is going to be different. And you must understand that the human body is very smart. So even if we do change the composition of our food, the body may be able to figure out a way to get the calories that it deserves. Because if you understand basically, you know, human survival and stuff like that, you want to eat things to get calories to have energy to perform your daily tasks. Now, back when we were cavemen and cave women, you tried to eat the most high calorie foods because you wouldn't know when the next time would be when you would find your next, I don't know, like pig or running rodent. Now today we are all sitting at a desk and we barely move except for when we go to the gym. That is if you go to a gym, but I know you guys do, so I don't even have to talk about that. So then it becomes a problem of excessive calories. So let's get to the numbers real quick because I was really interested to know that if you add in the coconut oil, are you at an excess or are you at a deficit of calories? So I actually printed out some numbers. So 1 cup of uncooked white rice, which is 185 grams, is 675.3 calories. So they said you need to add 3% of the weight of the rice you're about to cook in coconut oil. So 3% of 185 grams is 5.55 grams, all right? And at 9 calories per gram of fat, that's 50 calories of coconut oil. Now, it says you can lose between 10 to 12% of the rice calories when you cook your rice this way. So let's just stick with 10% so it's easy, right? Which means you'll end up at 608 calories, down from the 675.3. So they didn't mention that if you added the 50 calories of the coconut oil back where you would be, so that means you'd be at 658 calories. So the question becomes, is it really worth it to do all that to really just be at a tiny deficit? I think the research is fascinating. I really do think it's awesome, and I love scientists and what they can discover because it really helps propel our society and just the way our lives are in general forward. My problem is the journalism and the PR around this research was really misleading. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the research and what it could really mean for us as people. And I cannot wait to see you guys on tour. It's going to be so much fun and I can't wait to hug you. It's gonna be awesome. I will be traveling a lot. So if you want to follow my Snapchat, then you should, because I'll probably have lots of, you know, interesting / not so interesting, like airport time and hotel time. So yeah, love you so much. Bye.